So now we know what makes a canister, but what makes a MIELE a MIELE? You're going to see there are some standard features between the models that are really truly unique to MIELE, especially in combination. I'm going to use right now the C2 Electro Plus as an example. You're going to see many of the same features on the C1 Classics and a lot of the same stuff on the C3 Completes. But let's just take a look at this to give you an idea. Starting from the top, every MIELE is going to have a very nice hose that's strong, flexible, and well protected. You're always going to have some sort of handle. On models like these that utilize an electric power nozzle, you're going to have a very ergonomic type handle. That's a nice easy grip with a power button exclusive for controlling the power brush. It's the easiest way to handle that. Moving down, every single MIELE also utilizes what we call telescopic wands. They're all going to be a stainless steel, very strong wand system that's actually two parts, but nestled into one assembly that you can change its length just by pressing the button on the back, or in some models there's a collar that you hold, but with your one hand on your handle, the opposite hand, you can control the length of the wand. That's really, really important because different heights of people use the vacuum cleaner. So if you're tall or short, you can ensure that you can reach the floor or whatever tall surface you're trying to get with ease. In models like these that have the electric power nozzle, they'll be utilizing a wand that is extra thick so that it protects the wires inside. There's no external cables hanging out like you may have seen on other inferior canister vacuums. And all of those electrical plugs are protected and reinforced down here so that it's easy to accept in your power nozzle. Again, no silly plugging and unplugging. Next, you'll see that they make it very, very easy to attach your tools as well as your handle. You're going to see a pinch clip on all of these that make it easy to detach your wand in one shot. On the hose and any place that it's receiving, there's a little tiny square. That makes it easy for you to line up and get the correct alignment on your wands so that they're always straight and locked into place nicely. I just like to put it on sideways, press, and then until it clicks in, and your latch will grab that little square. You'll see the same at the bottom, and that makes it easy for your larger attachments to click right on. Another thing that you'll see, very, very wonderful and easy to use in application, is every single MIELE tool, floor brushes like these or combination tools, you're going to see this, what I call the little shark fin. That is a tool management system so that you can match it up to these little parking stations you see on either the side or the belly of your MIELE canister so that you can park. Very, very important for keeping everything nice and concise in the closet when you're trying to store it away, but very important during use. On an average day when you're vacuuming and the vacuum's rolling around on the ground, when you're using a tool like this that doesn't stand up on its own, this allows you to use the parking station in the back that every modern MIELE has to park it like so. Now it's just easy to pause your cleaning job, go get the phone, do whatever you got to do, but leave your wand system in a safe place where it's not going to tip over, knock something off the coffee table, or damage itself. Really, really nice feature. You'll notice how easy it is for this vacuum to move around. Many canister vacuums of other brands utilize large fixed wheels in the back that are kind of clunky, hard to move, and in many cases are made of a substance that is very hard and can scratch your floors. Not good, right? Every single MIELE uses what we call swivel casters, much like you'd see on an office chair. Makes it easy to move around forward, back, side to side. That enables you to steer around obstacles better in the house, to keep it from whacking you in the back of the ankles. What you'll also notice is that in addition to its movement, is that every single one of these little wheels is soft rubber. That's important because it prevents scratching and sliding on your floors, especially nicely finished wooden floors. If you look really carefully, you'll see that there's a ramping shape on the bottom of that caster as it meets the rubber wheel. That's to help you as you go over thresholds. When the floor changes, you may have one of those little strips of wood that bridge that gap. Those thresholds can very easily get bashed into and damaged by a regular canister with clunky wheels or ones that don't have the ramp. This helps you glide over those with much less force for a smoother transition. You'll also see that they all put their serial number, the unique identifier, kind of like a VIN number, on a sticker right on its belly. That's your model information and the serial number, so it's easy for you to find in a place that won't get rubbed away for your filing purposes and perhaps warranty or just other identifying purposes. You'll also see that every Miele has the carry handle built in to, in this orientation, the top or on the front face if it's on the ground. This makes it so easy to carry these and lift them, to carry them around the house, to carry them over to the closet, or my favorite is to carry them up the stairs. Canisters specifically are designed to go up the stairs and also to clean your way up them. Miele ensures that its footprint, its little bottom here, is very small and concise so that it fits on the step with you. You don't even have to hold on. It's the right shape. As you're going up, if my flight of stairs is going this way, all you want to do is set it on the edge of that step so that the exhaust is pointing straight away so that you can use Miele vacuums on the stairs operating without blocking its exhaust. Speaking of that exhaust, because it's pointing in the direction that it is, that allows you to, as we said, clean your way up the stairs. But most importantly, as you're vacuuming and rolling around on the ground, what that exhaust is not doing is blowing on the floor on the dust that's not yet been collected. Many vacuums would place their exhaust straight out the back, remembering it's a very, very high velocity of wind that will disrupt the dust bunnies, all that stuff before you get to it. And that's dangerous to an allergy sufferer. If that stuff gets blown away and back up into your breathing space, that makes you unable to vacuum yourself or to even be in the room in some cases when someone else is vacuuming for you. In addition to that, it's just unsanitary and unhealthy. That stuff gets blown around and now is in the breathing air and then settles down on all the surfaces where you are, your shelves, your table, your furniture, and all your other things. So disruption or avoiding disruption is a key feature on a Miele. Again, with that exhaust port, you will feel that velocity of wind coming up very strong. It's going to be warm, but in most cases, because most of the machines are HEPA, true sealed HEPA, the air coming out of it is cleaner than what we're breathing right now. Nearby is your control panel. Every Miele is going to have a pretty similar configuration to this, old and new. Number one, you're going to have your cord rewinder. All of your cords are going to be nestled in this little well down here where you can pull that out and plug it in. This button also serves to rewind that cord. Saves you a lot of trouble, right? On the opposite side is the power button. That's where you step on it to turn it on. These are easily controlled with your foot. You don't even need to bend down to control it. Now, in between those two buttons is something right here that is very, very special, very important, and really quite unique to Miele. That is variable suction control. Now what that means is that you can utilize the maximum suction power that Miele has, and trust me, it's a lot, and that's wonderful for many surfaces, specifically your bare floors. But as you try to do other dusting around the house, more delicate things like Oriental or Persian rugs, your drapes, your blinds, lampshades, even your silk plants, you know if you've ever tried, you can't dust those things on full power. That's why you will always have some sort of control that will reduce the suction by slowing the motor down, which makes it quieter and also uses less electricity. But goes down to a very minimum, almost a whispers amount of suction so that you can do those other things. On this model, the C2 Electro Plus, and also on the Classic C1 series, also the Compact C1 series, you'll see that this is controlled by a rotary dial. Very, very simple. It's got little pictograms on there to help you remember what those suction settings are for, but it's a simple rotary control. You just dial in that suction setting, bend down, turn it, and you're off. You'll see that on premium models and premium series like the C3, that's controlled a little bit differently by a digital display panel. Same variability, but just controlled in a little bit different way.